be in the video. We laugh. And there. I don't want background music because I don't want them to mute us while we in the middle of this recording. So we live.
Hey y'all.
We live. We back.
It's us, y'all. It's us.
We back.
God damn it.
We back. We back. Hey, who's that? Who popped on? Light my candles.
There you go. I'm about to say, y'all hate when it
Hey
y'all.
Hey.
Look, we trying to do it from both.
Right.
From both today. Well, not today,
So
but
you could probably angle it down.
That's good.
Yeah. So we looking at we got the Facebook down here on the computer. But see, it looked the same. We got the IG
First of all,
up there.
let me push my glasses up.
I was about to say, where my phone at?
All right, y'all.
It's up there. You good? We good? Should I scoot over some more? Good.
We fine. We good. We great.
Okay.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, oh my goodness, friend. We back. This is cool.
You know what? I can't even share this from my Instagram.
Oh, yeah. They don't let you
I
share?
don't know how.
Share video.
Mushrooms. It wouldn't let me do it before. It's not.
What's up, Ariel? Who else we see up in here?
I don't know who that is. But hey, locked in. I don't know. Can y'all share the Instagram live, please? Because I can't. I'm going to take these off, though, because there we go. Because that ring light was rigging me out, okay?
Ringing me out. Talking about perfect. Thanks. Oh, he went to school with me.
Oh, hey, school friend.
Anyways.
Welcome back.
Wow.
Welcome back.
How
Actually,
long?
that song played today.
How long has it been?
About a year almost. No,
Really?
that's a lie. Were we live in April, y'all? I think so.
This past year?
This past April.
I don't think we did anything this year. So it might be a year.
Y'all, no, it has been.
Yeah, because the last time we did
everything
it,
that just transpired this year.
because we did the fall photos by ourselves. Remember last year outside?
Oh, when I was a stick, y'all.
And I was
anyway,
fat.
wait. Let's get this intro going because we done already started.
You know,
it's a lot to catch up on, y'all.
We real podcasters now because, you know, they just talk and they like, oh, yeah, we recorded.
Yeah.
We podcast nerds.
Welcome back to Wine and Grow.
Because we wine when we grow, and when we grow, we need wine. I'm Ken.
I'm Kay.
She's Kay. I'm Ken, and this is Wine and Grow. Welcome back, y'all.
I'm squeaky. Give me a second.
I thought that was me. Because I'm like, something squeaky. You need to scoot up some.
I got it. I'm right here.
I feel like you behind me.
Back
Pull
to
your
my
chair
room.
like on the corner.
It's on the corner.
No, like on the side of the
corner?
chair. Like on this side of this corner. And that's why I was
Yo.
like, we can bend, we can turn. Because I feel
Okay.
like, you know,
we
so
good,
that
we
way
good, we great.
yeah, this is better.
Okay,
See,
okay,
now
cool,
you ain't
cool,
behind me.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we got 2 shares, 1 comment. Who's here? I can't see. Oh.
Why
Hey,
is this
Keisha.
Y'all, I'm on the wrong thing. I'm supposed to be on Facebook to see the comments.
I mean, but it's going to be comments on here, too. I mean, so that's why I was like, we got to
see
monitor
those,
both.
That's
yeah,
fine, but
we got to
I wouldn't
monitor
get-
both. Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay, you
we
can.
have to scroll up to see them.
Oh, okay, so
But it tells you right here, like the number of comments, shares. Okay, anyways. So, first of all, it's been a year since we did this.
Since we talked to y'all.
First of all, 3 years of Wine and Grow. Since we started. It's been 3 years, right? 29, was that, whatever the start of the pandemic was, in that 2019? 2020?
We started in 2020.
That was 2020? You sure?
Mm-hmm. Because I got here with you in 2019, August. And then in like March, April of 2020, we started.
Like right in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be coming up on 3 years next year. So yeah, wow. Like, and literally just starting from bedroom conversations. Mm-hmm. So for anybody who's first time tuning in, basically Wine and Grow is just where we talk about our growing journey, our growth journey into adulthood, right? Like it's hence the first episode today is whatever you thought you knew, forget it. Because along the way, you start learning things and unlearning things, and you be like, wait a minute. So this was wrong from the beginning, or this was right. You just confused. So, but that's just a part of the journey. And we're just grateful to be doing this together. Yeah. You know, as friends or whatever, you know, having somebody that's on the same journey as you, even though there's been different times when we thought we've been on different paths. And realizing, you know, later that we're still on one accord. Yeah. But we had our seasons of separation where we both relied on other people. But this has been lately, maybe the last 2 years, really since we started Wine and Grow. Yeah. It's just been like some Ken&Kay, like, you know, like really just rough riding for each other. So I'm grateful for my friend, y'all.
Oh.
So grateful.
I'm really trying to share this video, y'all. And it's just really bothering me. Okay, back to where I was at. So yeah, y'all. We back. And we always talking about we ain't coming back. We back. But then stuff be happening. Like this year
yeah,
has been very, very real. Very real.
Yeah. And I mentioned this early already or whatever. But we're podcast nerds, her and I. So we listen to a lot of the same podcasts, but I think it was Ryan on The Guys Next Door, and he mentioned like sometimes you just gotta step away and you gotta live a little bit so you can come back and have something to talk about. Like, and I feel like that's what just happened. Like, and I think that's what happens every time we say we're done. We live a little, some stuff happens. We like, damn, we need to share this. Like, we need to share these lessons that we've learned. So that's basically what happened is like, you know, this last year that we've been off, life has been lifing, and we decided we wanted to share it
to its full potential. Okay, to its full potential.
It's been lifing.
Cause wow, yeah.
So this season we're gonna get into a lot of different things. I can
pull it up.
Yeah. So we talking about the things that we thought we knew, the different lessons that we learned. Separations in relationships, all types, platonic, romantic, learning to reposition, dealing with grief, you know, processing loss and supporting people who are processing grief. What else would I mention? What I missed?
Talking about what we deserve, how we honoring ourselves, and after all of this stuff is said and done, who are you right now?
Oh, and validation.
Yeah.
That's not one too. Yeah. Validation, like just all the different ways you seek validation in life, especially in these days and ages of social media. So, anyways, for today's topic, whatever you thought you knew, forget it. Friend?
I think I know it all. I'm just going to start there. But I know it's a lot of stuff that I don't know. And that I've
You said you think you know it all?
All the time. Because why not? I think I got it. Until I get knocked down and be somewhere crying.
Yeah.
Be somewhere crying.
Yeah. You know what? Somebody said that to me earlier, was like, basically, like, you sound real confident, like, basically, like, you know. Like, you confident in the fact of what you know, where you're going, etc. And I'm just like, you know, it's not, and I'm like, it's not that I feel like I have it all together or have it all figured out, but I'm confident that I've learned from my previous stage, and where I am now is better than where I was. So I'm confident that I'm going to just continue to get better.
Yeah.
That's it, period. Like, it's not that I'm like, oh, I got it. This is it. I figured it out. Like, no, never. And that's the hint of the title is whatever you thought you knew, forget it. Because literally every step is requires different versions of you. So literally you have to unlearn and relearn something new.
Yeah.
You know, everything doesn't work in every season.
Yeah.
You know, so like Go ahead.
I was gonna say one of the things that I actually did learn is because I think that sometimes people tell us that we don't want to go backwards.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things that I've learned is that I have to go backwards, one, to see where I came from, because now I do know how to navigate this experience, but two, to see why I'm back here. What did I not learn at this stage that I'm now repeating and have to, learn and take with me through this next step?
Because lessons be repeating themselves until you get it.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't know. Like, for me, what this means is just rediscovering me. And we talked about this, of me being in a season of redefining who Kenyatta is, free of what society has told me Kenyatta should be, or what other people have told me that how I should be or how I should not be. But what is it that who is it that I am to me? Who is it that I desire to be? Who is it that God has called me to be? So it's like, again, whatever I thought I knew, forget it. Like, who am I becoming now? Who am I supposed to be now in this season to help me get through this stage of my journey? So, like, literally broke down like 2 weeks ago. Just cried, like, out of nowhere. I just came home from Rockford and I just broke down because I was just like, I'm exhausted. And I made a status too, like, and I was just like, I'm searching for me. Like, I'm just tired of showing up. I'm tired of being who I think people want me to be. But it also realizing that a lot of the times it's me. Me. I am the people, right? I'm in my head. It's me, right? Like, I'm like, Kenyatta, like, don't nobody care. Like, but even though I know there are people out there judging me or whatever, may think this and that, but just learning to not care. As long as I'm happy, as long as I'm authentic, as long as, I understand the decisions that I'm making. It doesn't matter what somebody else thinks about the decisions that I'm making. So that's what this means to me, like, of just, I thought, and I was even journaling this morning and I was just like, like journaling about who I am, and it's like, because it's like, and I was talking to a friend yesterday and this is what made me journal this today. Because we were talking about how you're like compartmentalized into one statement. So if you're a teacher, you're a teacher. You can't be a teacher and like to party, because then you're frowned upon, because you shouldn't be acting like that if you teaching kids, right? If you're a Christian, you can't do this, you can't do that because you're a Christian, so, and now listening to all these different podcasts and different genres of podcasts, from Christian to sex to whatever, like, I'm enjoying all of the halves out there, you know what I'm saying? But listening to these people who have real life jobs and, careers and passions that they live for, but I'm confident in being who I am too on this podcast, talking about this, and this, and that. So it's like, I don't want to be boxed in to one category. Because you see me as a Christian woman, that does not mean I don't want to go out and have fun with my friends. I don't want to dance. I don't want to have a drink. Like, I can't be a manager. Like, I am all of those things. All of it. I'm not just one. That one thing does not make me. So trying to balance my life. Balance is the key. Balance.
Okay. Ashley, hey girl. It says, my exact thoughts and feelings right now, trying to figure out what and who I need to be in this new chapter. So your new chapter is that, because I don't know who all knows you on this, but we know that you're a mother. Is it being a mother and then being a wife and doing whatever it is that you do as far as working and the things that you do? What part of that, like, what part of the chapter, or is it all of it?
Listen, because it's all of it.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
It can be. I mean, but it may not be for everybody.
Because balancing, like, like, even when you hear,
some people can have one part of this down pat and then trying to figure out how to navigate motherhood and being a wife, because your kid is now becoming,
because that's
the main thing.
Like, being single, having my son be with his daddy, it's like so much stuff going on that I'm like, okay, like, now I have to figure out how to be this too, like literally.
I just explained that to somebody though, because they were like, how do you keep it all? How do you do it? And they was like, because you just carry it. So what I said, but the thing about it is I had to figure it all out and figure out what works for me, because of the fact that I have to be me and figure out what I like. I have 2 kids, so I have to figure out what they got going on every day, because something is always changing, who they are, and trying to, help them navigate their feelings while I'm trying to navigate mine and navigate everybody else in my life. So it's always a lot, but I have to eliminate the noise to be able to focus on what's the most important things that I need to figure out.
For sure.
Who am I is the number one question. And I feel like once you figure that out, how to navigate the rest of it will start to fall into place.
I think what's key in what you said is letting, like, silence in the noise. And I think a lot of, in this generation, the noise is social media. Because we see, right? People, first of all, people are putting out what they want you to see about their lives. So we are assuming that people have it all together because that's what they're posting and stuff like that, when in theory their life is in shambles. So comparison syndrome is very high right now, because you're like, okay, well, they make it look so easy, and now you want to try to do it like them, when you don't even know what really is going on in their life. Because in all actuality, we don't know nobody we don't know these people. Unless you know me personally, you don't really know me. Period. You don't really know me, because it's like so many aspects of my life outside of this, but I'm going to share what I want to share, and that's it.
Ashley said, sorry, Ashley. That was the sip that got me. Ashley said, definitely trying to remember me, self-care, getting back to doing the things that I love, because for almost 2 years now, it's been about my son and being a wife. And what I've had to do for myself over this year is just ask myself, who am I? And start writing down all the things about myself that I know for sure, that I actually know, like what makes me happy, what don't make me happy, what is it that people do that, that attracts me to them, and vice versa. Like, just figuring out all of these things about myself, because they may not match who I was 2 years ago. Like, or sure. Even when we were kids, like one of the other things I've done is going back to some of the things that I liked as a child, like drawing, painting, all of that. But in the process, and also trying to figure out what it is I really want to do with my life, although I know, but just trying to figure out what the actual purpose is. I've gotten back into painting, but then I hear I should be doing like painting tips, this and the third, and I'm like, no, I realized that's something that I like to keep just for me. It's not for everybody else. It's just something that helps calm me, helps keep me balanced, and just bring me back to being present. And reading. Y'all, if y'all knew how many books I've read this year already, that's like just getting back to the things, some of the things that from childhood, because what we be forgetting is we forget about all the things we liked as kids and go on to try to new things as adults. But what's going to keep us for real is a lot of the things that you used to do when you were younger. And that's the things that I've started to explore more of.
That's good. I like that. Yeah. Because again, we get away from ourselves because we start getting involved in all these other things that, again, we start to shift because we take on other people's personalities as we connect with people too. So we got to be careful about the type of energies that we're bringing into our lives, because we unintentionally become like the people who we are around, so it's like we got to be mindful of that, and that's, again, in this single season, in anybody's single season, it's most important to really get to know you and date you and do the things that you like, so that you know what you want to look for in a spouse, etc. So you can be like, okay, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, and you can learn your non-negotiables and stuff like that, because it doesn't help to not know yourself.
Yeah.
So.
And that'd be the major thing of why people say you should, date yourself first, try to love yourself before you try to get into a relationship with somebody else. That'd be the main reason to me why people say that, because once you try to get in a relationship with somebody, it's like you're trying to you are taking on their identity. And then once it comes time to do something by yourself, because they're not available, this, that, and the third, you're not sure about it because you don't know who you are and aren't okay with doing things by yourself.
Yeah.
Ashley said, I've been trying to get back into dancing, although I feel like I have 2 left feet. LOL. I've never noticed that. One word that has stuck with me this summer is having boundaries. Girl, I'm learning. Hello?
Boundaries.
Hello?
Because literally, I used to pride myself, going back to the topic, whatever you thought you knew, forget it. Because I thought, I used to pride myself on serving people, right? And of course, servitude is great. But however, I did not know boundaries. I did not know how to say no, not today, not right now, or I'm tired, I can't. I would literally just stretch myself. So literally learning on boundaries in this season, has been so important for me, to really just say, no, I'm okay, or just, learn how to be by myself. That's something that I'm just learning to do, go out by myself and stuff like that. Because I just thought that's what I needed to do. I just needed to show up for people because I'm this is what makes me a good person is, doing for people. I had to do to prove that I was a good person. And I'm yeah, that ain't serving me no more. That's not serving me no more.
Even outside of being a good person, because I know that I would say yes and be I know I ain't want to do that. Why I say that? And just because you feel guilty saying no. So it's we people pleasing. But it's and because I know that I'm reliable, I want you to also know that I'm always going to be reliable. I'm always going to be dependable. But that's burning me out and wearing me thin because I'm not telling you no. So, and then you start to take on all that stuff because you don't never want to say no.
Exactly. Hey, Leanne. Badge of honor. Literally wore that. It's me, people pleaser. Hello, my name is people pleaser. Yeah. Wore it that was my name and did it, okay? But not no more. I'm going to empathize. I'm going to do, I'm going to help where I can. But I'm not going to.
I'm not overstretching myself.
Exactly. I'm not going to harm myself to make somebody else's life better. So I've just had to learn the power of no. It's been beautiful.
Yeah.
Not today. Not right now,
yeah. Or I'll let you know, because I ain't even got to get back to nobody in the hurt. If it ain't time, sister's here, I will take my time with letting you know, because I really want to make sure that I am in a space to be able to help whoever it is or do whatever it is you asking me to do. Because it be that I can change my mind the day of, and I want to be able to do that without feeling like you're not going to be my friend anymore, which at this point, it don't matter to me no more.
Yeah.
It don't matter to me no more. One of the things I had to also learn is that the people that your 20 years ain't always going to be with you. Your A1s that you had since day one won't be there the whole way through.
Yeah.
The whole way through. You guys will grow apart.
Yeah.
Because people are changing. This world is changing, and it's just not in alignment anymore. And that was what I declared for this year, was that I am in alignment with everything that I deserve and desire.
Yeah.
And once I did that, and once I did that, things just started happening. It's the things that I tried to hold on to by the skin of my teeth, gone.
Yeah.
But it hurts, but at the same time, it was some things that I knew that should have been done a long time ago.
It's so hard to say goodbye. But yes, that's something that I thought.
Yesterday's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. That was something that I thought I knew too. Just keeping people. The importance of having consistent relationship. But it harmed me because I didn't know how to properly let new people in that could benefit me. Just being so tied to current relationships, and just queen of no new friends. Queen of it, right? Okay, yeah, I have these different groups of people, but these are my people. So it's but now, learning, and it's no hard feelings or nothing like that, having to even accept that. That people literally, life just happens and it's okay. There's seasons where you just can't have everybody, so, and it can be times where that they may come back, and that's okay, but it's, you just have to accept where it is now. So that's definitely something that I had to learn too.
Yeah.
Because I thought it made me look good to and I don't doubt that either. I know, loyalty is a great quality.
It is.
So I don't regret anything, as far as any relationships that I've held on to, because I'm a loyal person. but learning to let go
because
has been important.
Because there's that loyalty after a while if you know what the situation really is. Like, what are you being now? Are you truly being loyal? Who are you being loyal to?
Exactly. Yep. You're being more loyal to the idea of the, the relationship more than, because it doesn't, especially if it doesn't fuel you anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What else you got for this?
I can go.
You know what else I've had to realize? I think that whenever I've been single for a while, but I don't think that I fully lived in my singleness like I'm doing now. And I had to truly realize that, like, I feel in this, if I can speak for this moment right now, I feel good, y'all. I feel good because I feel freer than what I've normally felt, because I'm always thinking about what a person still may think of me, or where is this going? How is this going?
Yeah.
Girl, let them people live their life and you live yours.
Yeah.
It's just that easy. And
Exactly.
I had to really figure that out. And I don't be paying people no mind. I just let them be who they are. And but that has been another thing, allowing people to be who they are to you.
Yep.
So
because sometimes we overdo people's places in our lives.
Yeah.
We try to make them something that they're not supposed to be. Like when they're already showing you the type of person that they're going to be. So just accept that and don't try to make it anything more, because you're going to just hurt yourself. So yeah. And definitely I didn't know that I could really be single like this. That's something new for me. Like, for real, like, really just
really good.
being comfortable. Like, I've always chased relationships.
Yeah.
Like, I've never just been, like, okay without talking to anybody. Like, and I don't think it's not that I haven't been okay. I've just always had somebody. So I never had to think about it. So it's like, now I'm just like, there is nobody. Oh, this is new. And I thought that I just needed to have people in my space, and that's what I'm saying, like, and not even just romantic, just somebody, period, like, now I'll just get up, I'll go to the bar if I want to have a drink, I'm like, not looking at my phone and say, who can I call, who can join me, like, I'm like, just go, like, you don't need nobody, like, and I'm okay, and that's okay, like, because again, like, opening up me opening myself up to meet new people, to make, new relationships and stuff, so, yeah, to think that having somebody with you all of the time is what you need is not something that's necessary.
Absolutely.
For me anymore. Solitude, because making decisions for yourself sometimes is all you need to be able to do. You don't need to have to think about somebody else all of the time. Like going on vacations and stuff, and you got groups of people, you have to be like, okay, what does everybody want? But when you're by yourself, it's just, what do you want? So that's why it's important to do stuff by yourself, not just sit in the house because, whoa, it's me. Like, no, find out what it is that you really want to do, because this is the only time you're going to get. Like, literally, what we think is that we have time, and that's something else that we have to learn, right? We don't. We don't have time. We don't. Tomorrow may not come. So you need to just do it today, because you don't have time. It's non-existent. So we wake up and live every day as if we won't have tomorrow. You'll live a better life.
Keish said, you're just dating yourself right now. You are that somebody. You are the somebody.
I am,
but
girl.
That's the truth, though.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just waiting on my person.
Yeah.
I
don't want to. I want waiting. Yes,
they're coming.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not waiting. Yeah. Like, I'm like preparing myself. I'm living my life, and I'm expecting for that to be the thing that comes. However, it's not a priority. Yeah. It's not a focus, and that's what I'm saying. Like, for so many seasons of my life, that's been a focus. Like, when I would be single, my focus would be, okay, what do I need to do to prepare myself to be better in my next relationship, instead of just saying, no, let's just enjoy the time that you have right now.
Yeah.
That's what each single season would be like for me, preparation for the next thing, and that's not what I'm doing right now. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I just want to enjoy life, so.
Hey, Kianda.
Hey, big sis.
Back because, of course, they don't roll.
Yeah.
What I had to forget that some of what I said in the beginning. I knew that I don't have it all together when it comes to dealing with other people. Because one of the things I learned is that I'll ask for something, and I think it has to be anxiety, and then I run away from it. I don't try to figure out what their side was, how they feel. I don't care. It's like I don't care because I said what I said, and it's not like we haven't had conversations. You had enough time to tell me, but at the same time, everybody ain't me. Everybody don't communicate the way I communicate, and I have to be. And this is why I was saying that I probably wasn't as patient. I wasn't patient with myself in the process of figuring out what it is I liked about these people, and what was drawing me to these people.
Come on now.
So now it's just me, like I hear y'all when y'all talking, but like it's like you ain't saying nothing. But now I'm like, okay, I'm listening. Like
exactly,
I'm listening.
Yeah,
oh, I get it now. I get it.
Yeah, because
Hey,
we skip over that whole stage of getting to know somebody.
Yeah.
Like we just go straight for the physical.
Because if you like me, what is we talking about after
exactly,
this? Like,
exactly.
If you like me,
but we have to
why
talk.
You like me,
right? Like, but now it's like we have to get that stage
what
of
are
like,
we doing here?
who are you? What do you like to do? Whatever. Let's be friends. Be friends. Let's be friends first.
Because are you even good enough to be my friend?
Exactly. Because if I don't like you as a friend, I don't want to be with you. And what's crazy is that was something that I just did not get before. Whatever I thought I knew, like I didn't like. That, like, if you like me, we just needed to be together. Like, I like you, you like me. Okay, let's do this. Like, no, but it's a whole in between. Like, no, you don't even know if you're compatible with this person yet.
Right. And even if it wasn't just being together, like, let's take the steps into getting to know each other. You're saying you like me. So, okay. Is that it? Is that it? Like, why are you telling me this? If no action is going to be done, why are you telling me this? That's just how I feel. Like, for real, what? You could have kept that.
Yeah.
You could have kept that.
Yeah. Like what?
Like, okay, so good to know, I guess. Thank you.
Yeah.
I get, was it a compliment? Like, I don't understand what you want me to do with this if nothing's happening.
But that friendship stage is important in dating.
Very important.
Getting to know somebody, being their friend, figuring out what it is. You know, like being around them with other people, seeing how they are. You know,
they come with you
like really, yeah, like red, like, oh my gosh.
Red flag.
Man, listen. Love yourself.
For real.
That's important.
Love yourself or you're going to be
so
chasing
you can
somebody
know,
to love you.
I'm so proud of me, though. For
figure it out for you.
Yes, because, like, literally, the recovery stage is just so much. It's like that now. You know, like, getting these, like, okay, am I going to fall for that again? No. Not this time.
Yeah.
Not the okie doke. You know, like, so I'm in charge. I am the master of my destiny.
No, but I told myself, so I had to tell, just last week, it wasn't nothing major, but you know how people come in and come out or whatever the case may be. I had to tell myself, in all actuality, I'm in control of how all this shit finna flow.
Exactly.
Like, because it's not gonna move if I don't want to move with it.
Yeah.
You're gonna move to somebody else, and that is perfectly fine. But I know that I am the one to make this whole situation. If I'm involved in it, I'm gonna be the one to make it move. And that's just it. I hold all the cards, and I have to continue to understand and know that for sure.
Know your
which
power.
I do. Yeah.
Know your power.
So now, like I said, I just be moving. I be free.
You are the prize.
And it's not
Ladies
to say that
and
men
gents.
are not. I'm about to say it's not to say that
Ladies
men
and
aren't
gents.
prizes, because that'll go left real quick. But no, if you know your worth, know your value, you know you are the prize, and you will be worth having, and you worth the person that's right for you to come to you.
Don't settle. Yeah.
Shoot, and knowing that while you still single, just keep in mind, even though I would like to be in a relationship, I ain't saying right now, but just keep in mind that you are at free will to do whatever you choose.
Yeah.
If you want to make bad decisions, make bad decisions.
Yeah.
But just know you might not feel the same way when you wake up tomorrow. But live how you want to live. Be free, Lil Birdie, be free.
Yeah. Because when you lock down, you lock down. So
now you gotta worry about respecting somebody else outside of yourself. And you know,
don't judge me on this single stage for my relationship phase. Somebody told me
2 different,
because they was like, I don't know if I can date you because you so social. I said, first of all, I'm not disrespectful. If I'm in a relationship, I'm not out here in everybody's face.
that mean that they insecure and they think somebody else.
Why would I be all up in somebody's face and I have a man? But if I am single and I am mingling, I'm going to introduce myself. Hello.
Hey, y'all.
My name is Kenyatta. I'm single. Who are you? You know, but like, I'm not gonna be doing all that in a relationship.
And why are you trying to make me feel bad for me being social? I don't know if I can date you with.
You not the person to be dating me. Because that's what I said.
Few words
I said
come out of my
because
mouth.
the person who I'm waiting for is going to love it.
Hello.
You know, they're going to be right with me. This is my baby.
Be social.
That's my baby.
Social people.
Look at my baby over there working the room like she always do. That's my baby.
That's
and I'm
my
be over there, I'm like, hey,
That's my baby. That is them.
Working the room.
Hey, when we go home, I see you working, but you finna work when we get home too. Y'all.
This dog. She is crazy.
You know, I think that I felt my singleness real, felt it a lot and felt good in it when we was in Miami.
Girl, Miami was amazing. First of all,
my life.
Miami was amazing, y'all. Shout out to the Watkins family and our additions.
The honorary Watkins. The honorary Watkins.
We had a couple honorary Watkins with us, you know, like, but it was just amazing. Like, it was amazing to be on a trip with people who had no agendas. We literally all just went. You know, like, we were just like, okay, whatever, like, everybody was just in agreement with, like, a majority type of thing. Whatever the majority is good with, I'm good with, you know? So it's like, everything was just easy. Like, we didn't rush. Like, no rushing was involved. We slept. But, like, when we did, we, like, that one day, we did barely sleep, though.
We barely slept.
Yeah, but, like, when we didn't rush out the house ever. Like, what was that, Saturday, the last day? And we like, didn't even get out the house, like, almost 3. Because we just laid around most of the morning. Yeah.
We got to the beach at like 4 or something.
Yeah, we laid around most of the morning. You know,
Miami definitely gets you right because they sell everything on the street, on the beach.
Yeah.
Man, listen.
But that was what I said that was my 4th time in Miami. Yeah.
I think you said that was
my 4th time. But like, and this is crazy how different each experience was. Mm-hmm. You know, like, and not that my other experiences weren't good, but like this experience definitely topped them. You know, like, just, It was just amazing.
This one, I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on.
Stripping.
First of all,
I just want to see you strip right
my friend
now.
Hoodie. Well, this is my hoodie, but whatever material he used, it's great. Got me sweating. Anywho, what was the last thing you said?
I just want to see you strip.
No. But I was naked and I loved it. Like, that thing, and man, listen. Because, baby, the outfit that I had on, the animal print, I loved how it looked on the computer, and I probably wouldn't have never wore it. And I wore it, and I was so happy with it. That's
been this season for me, too. Like, that's something else, you know, with the thought I knew, but now, you know, like, because, like, I would never show as much skin as I do now in this season. Like, I've just been so much more confident in myself, my body. I love my body. Like, you know, and I'm just like, I would just stand in the, I just right. I just been like, I love my body. You love my body, like, but yeah, like, I'm like, okay, I have this. I'ma flaunt it. Cause I don't have a lot of everything, but I'ma use what I got.
Hello, to get what I want. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. I mean, to love me, I love me. So I'm like, I wanna see me for me. Yes. Like, I'm not wearing anything for anybody else. I'm wearing it because it makes me feel good. I am happy with the way I look. Like, when I wore that black and white with the little hat and stuff, I was like, I feel like I belong on the website. Like, I just felt good. I was like, I was like, I look great. I was like, yes, I need to be on somebody's website rocking this. You know, like, I'm like, I just love, you know, and some people have been just like pointing that out to me too. Like, the more, like, I'm exuding more confidence lately, and I guess I didn't realize, you know, like, the shift, you know, but like, I accept that.
And I actually feel that way about myself. I realized I didn't have to have nobody tell that to me, only because, and I'm not saying you had to have somebody tell it to you, but I started to realize it myself. The other third one ain't coming up, but I started to realize how confident I am in myself now, just with by how I've been moving and the things that I've chosen.
Hey, Candace.
to put on when I go out. Like, I know I want to look good, and I'm going to wear what makes me look and feel fabulous.
Yeah.
With my skinny body, because I be showing all the skin.
Shout out to Shein.
Shout out to every boutique that I buy
I'm
from.
a Shein babe. I'm a Shein babe. So
swag,
if y'all want to come through with the endorsements, because I'm a Shein babe.
Even though he ain't know one of the boutiques, y'all, but this hoodie.
I'm a Shein babe.
Yeah, just the people that I interact with, the stuff that the people that I talk to daily, the stuff that I've been saying to them, I know that the way that I'm communicating, I'm better at articulating myself. Because what I thought I was a good communicator until I realized that I was not communicating the best. Because, y'all, I will make myself disappear on people so fast and not communicate. That's exactly why I took it. I thought it was just
It's getting hot in here.
So what? You didn't finish it. This is we did this whole thing.
So take off
when we
all
was
your
in Miami,
clothes.
and you did not do it right.
Did we?
We was doing it. Oh, you wasn't probably one in there.
I'm like, did we?
We kept singing the songs, and they started singing it with me. Shout out to them. Oh, the boutiques and stuff. Shein,
she better about Shein because Kiana loves some Shein too.
Yeah, no, they. Just about my whole wardrobe came from Shein.
Yeah, for sure.
I
think everything I wore on the trip came from Shein. Everything I wore on the trip definitely came from Shein. Yeah, for sure. Yep, everything.
For the most part, only one
my
thing. My
swimsuits, the little yellow outfit, everything that was in my suitcase came from Shein. Even the shoes.
Yeah, only not the shoes.
My shoes.
Yeah, the only thing that came.
Oh well, not all of the shoes, but a couple of them.
My sandals.
Because I got them. I'm like, it's rainbow special still. Rainbow still that thing. They just an in-person Shein. Yeah.
This video pause, y'all.
But you said what you thought you knew as far as communication. Yes.
I've been better, Lord. Better at articulating myself and getting out how I actually feel without being so anxious when I'm saying it too. And not, I care how the other person feels, but at the same time, I don't, because I have to say this. Like, this is how I feel. Yeah, this is how I feel. Either it's going to go this way or it's not. And, you know, we can talk about some things, you know. But the only way we're going to talk about it is if I say something that you can understand. So, that was one of the things I just thought I knew for sure. Like, I could communicate. I'm good. Like, but I don't. But I wasn't. I was doing it to an extent. But I wasn't doing it enough and doing it good enough for myself and others, because I still need clarity myself. So obviously I'm not asking the right questions or saying the things that'll get me the answers that I need.
I thought I knew I can change people.
Oh.
Yeah. Like if you just keep doing this, then they'll eventually do this. Nope. People are who they are. They're just going to be who they are. So when you just accept people for who they are, it makes your life easier. Like, don't expect people to change for you. People are going to change because they want to change. They're going to do because they want to do, and that's it. Like, and if that person is not doing what you would like for them to do for you, then that person is not supposed to be around you. Like, because, and my theory is that love serves. And if to truly love somebody romantically, platonically, you're going to show up for them the way that they need you to show up for them, regardless of what that means for you, you know, like to an extent, because we're talking about self-love and all that type of stuff. You know, you don't want it to drain you. However, if it's something that you know you can do for someone, you don't just say no. If that's somebody who you love, you show up. You show up. And if it's something that's hard for you to do, you say, this is hard for me to do, but for you, I am willing to try. Because I love you. And if they just instantly with the no.
That's cool.
All right.
I understand.
Bye. Because somebody will.
It was nice.
Because somebody will.
It was nice. We had fun.
Yep. Candace says the only person you can control is yourself.
Say it again. Say it again.
Oh. No, I'm not the one. So when you was talking, so did you listen up for sure?
Yes.
So when you was talking, I was like, I'm
over here. She was like, I like in my ears.
And she said the last one. I was, oh my goodness, I be cracking up. I was cracking up. First of all, listen to podcasts every day, all day. So I'm in the store with the AirPod in my ear, listen to Guys Next Door, cracking up. Crazy. And people probably looking at me like, what is she laughing at? Because I'm just walking down, I'm just smiling with the grocery cart. I'm cracking up at them.
I love that pod. I think that's, out of the podcasts that we listen to, that we both listen to, I think that's one of the, I think they at the top.
Yeah.
And that's the only male one.
I was gonna say I listen to more than one. I've been listening to more podcasts from the male's perspective lately than I do from females.
Yeah.
And it's really been beneficial. Like, so I listen to the Guys Next Door, Hard or Soft, So Shameless, which Hard or Soft and So Shameless both have a woman on there, but they're mostly led by men. And
so hold on,
Dear Future Wifey.
So because I'm gonna forget, this podcast that we're just talking about is the Guys Next Door, Ashley, because she just asked what's the name of the podcast.
Oh, okay.
So she's gonna give you a rundown too, the ones that she listens to, because I don't listen to all the ones she listens to
from the male perspective.
From
the male podcast I listen to, Guys Next Door, Hard or Soft, So Shameless, Dear Future Wifey, In Between the Dream, and I want to say that's it from the male's perspective. Even though I have Chris's podcast on Front Row and then Stump the Stigma, they just haven't put out episodes in a while. Yeah, also, I'm Lying, Mogul Motivation, and so Shyology. Shout out to Antoine Twist Taylor. So I have all of those in rotations. I just, as of late, been listening to a lot of male perspective. Females.
So, the ones that we listen to together is Know For Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And that's KNOW. Know For Sure.
Good Moms, Bad
Bad Choices. We love them.
Our girls. Look, hey.
And who else? Is that it? One of the podcasts that we both listen to? Well, I think that's it for women that we both. Sure. Sometimes I listen to Balanced Black Girl.
Oh, the Balanced Black Girl, and of course I have I listen to Woman Evolve podcast. Mm-hmm. I have.
You still listen to Amanda Seales?
I was gonna say I just listened to her for the first time again today, and it was on point.
Wow.
Oh my God, I love Amanda Seales. Was probably one of the first podcasts that I had really got me into listening to podcasts. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I forgot about Antoine's one, his podcast. What is it called? Something about the court. It's a different Twine. It's a different one. So, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just screenshot my library and I'm gonna post it.
I guess we could do the same thing. But you know what I found myself listening to? Thinking that first of all, I actually was trying to listen to singles podcasts or male and female, but singles podcasts. Mm-hmm. I realized that I have 1, 2, maybe a few of them.
K&D, Kadena Duvall are good.
Yeah, I was gonna say theirs is the Dead Ass podcast. Yeah, I have 4 couples podcasts on my thing. How Married Are You? I like them with Belief Mill and his wife. They was on Black Love. He bald and black. Yeah, he is bald and black, but he wear glasses. And it's so crazy. And when I realized, I'm I'm listening to a lot of couples, but clearly, and you listen to a lot of, you do mix, but
yes, I have. I think I have a good balance.
Yeah,
I have a good balance of male, female, and combined.
I would
say and even the genres are very balanced for me. I have my Christians, my Christian radio. I have my current world stuff, but I listen to podcasts for entertainment. So
yeah, a
lot of the times I'm not, in growth. It started off me listening to them for growth. So I have all of those still to the back, my Black Girls Heal, Homecoming podcast by Dr. Thema, very beautiful podcast. I listen to that sometimes to go to sleep because she has a very soothing voice, and she's a licensed therapist, very soothing. So and it's basically it talks about coming home to you and the different things you need to do to become more of you. So I really love her podcast. I recommend Dr. Thema's podcast for anybody on their healing journey. To get some actual advice from somebody who's licensed. We conversate, we listen to podcasts, people just conversate. We're not therapists. We're just talking about our lives.
So we be out here therapizing, you hear me?
Therapizing. So I used that word one time. So I said therapizing one time. Square's like, is that a word? And I'm like, I don't know. But after that, literally started hearing it everywhere. On every podcast, I'm like, Sequoia, they just said therapizing on the guys next door. Man. They just said therapizing.
But no, for sure. I'm like, well, they just said that ass. I'm like, gee. This man just said
they just said therapizing. I said, I got to start trademarking my stuff. Therapizing. Man, listen.
That's crazy. But no, but if y'all have any that y'all would like to suggest as well, please do. Because I am always looking for something new to listen to when I be on my rides. When I be driving DoorDash and stuff.
Yeah, I usually turn on mine when I'm, because I work from home, so whatever, instead of turning on the TV, I'll just turn on the podcast or music, so.
Girl, you know what I've been doing? I've been watching a lot. First of all, I always tell myself I'm about to get rid of my Netflix and my Hulu.
Shout out to again for the Hulu.
I found something new to watch, and it's so crazy because I've been going through the list that I've created, my list and stuff that's just and just watching that stuff, and it's been really good, but it's been helping me because I am in this moment.
So since we get on the topic, and this is good for this topic. Dang, we finna do an hour by ourselves. We usually do an hour when we got guests.
People, it's okay. We people.
But anyways,
listen.
This is the premiere. We supposed to be on here for a long time. Anyways, so we both recently just watched the movie
9 Days.
9 Days. And this is perfect
Great
for this topic.
movie.
What you thought you knew. Because literally, if you haven't seen 9 Days, I'm finna spoil it for you because it's perfect for the topic.
But they probably not going to hear about it because I didn't even see it. And I watched. Oh, I wasn't watching.
You didn't see what?
9 Days. What did I watch it on?
I don't know. I watched it on Cinema. The Fire Stick.
I watched it on Hulu.
She watched it on Hulu because it's on Stars. Yeah, right? It's on Stars. So, yeah. So, anyways. And even Amanda Seals, Amanda Seals' podcast today, she analyzed the Jasmine Sullivan's "You Gonna Make a Hoe Out of Me," the Girl Like Me song. Oh. It was cool. So anyway, I gotta listen to it in 9 Days. If you haven't seen the movie, sorry, but anyways, basically it's about 9 souls. Not 9. It wasn't 9 of them.
It was 9 days.
They had 9 days to basically go through different tests. These souls to try to get a place on earth. There was a man who was basically judging them and giving them these tests to decide who would be better fit to go on earth. And mind you, he wasn't God. And there was plenty of other people who were also choosing people, right? They were the choosers, so. But the only thing is that he was biased because he was only choosing them based on his previous experience on earth, which was bad, right? So what he thought he knew would help somebody else get there, it turned out it didn't work out that way. Even though the person that he still chose, that was what he was comfortable with. But after he had chose him, it hit like, dang, I chose the wrong person. Because basically the young lady who was a second to win. She was just about living in the moment, embracing the good and stuff. And he felt like she was too soft. Like she would never make it on earth. But she in these 9 days, basically she just laid out all of the good things that she saw there. And he had never experienced those things in that place the way she did because she just enjoyed the experience, So it's just like, it was just perfect for me coming off that. That was literally the same weekend I had my breakdown and everything. So ending my weekend with that movie was just amazing. Because I'm like, oh my God. God, I felt like God answered my prayer because I was like, show me. What do I need to do? And this is just be you authentically. Just every day find something to enjoy for you. And not worrying about what somebody else is saying that this is how it should be. Because everything that we're telling you is based on our experiences. And it's not guaranteed that your experience is going to be the same as mine in the same situation. Period. I have different innate abilities. You have different innate abilities. I have different strengths physically. You have different strengths physically. So it's not to say that just because you came to earth and you fucked up or had a bad experience, that don't mean that I'm going to come to earth and have a bad experience. Everything is different for everybody.
And I think that's what we have to understand. When we searching for certain things, just always understand your experience is not the same as theirs. So it's okay to get advice from these people, but just understand that your experience is not the same as theirs, because y'all are two different people. And yes, they can tell you about what they went through, but now you know this is a possibility that can happen, but this may not happen to you. So you have to understand that when we're going searching for things,
take the wisdom,
but
don't allow
it to become you.
Don't allow things to cripple you and have you living in fear because you're afraid to experience something based on what somebody has told you. And that's something else that they kind of touched on in the Know For Sure podcast, is like, you know, like basically like, just because somebody hurt me previously in love, I can't now take that same thing to this next relationship, because now I'm hindering this relationship, you know, and
you're blaming that person though.
Exactly. Like somebody told me before, like, they didn't have it. He was like, I didn't have a chance with you. And I'm like, what you mean? You had a great chance. Like, no, because you brought your previous experiences into our situation. And I'm like, wow. And of course now I get it. You know, I'm like, okay, you know, like, you know, I did not. And I made a post about this on my Facebook, but about my job, realizing that it was also talking about all of my relationships, because you cannot you want to learn from your past, but you cannot take your past with you into your future, because it's just it hinders you from experiencing things authentically, because you, in the back of your mind, you're like, okay, I know this can happen, so I'm gonna be careful. Like sometimes you just have to continue to take a chance. You know, like
what risk are you taking to move forward?
Yeah,
like in reality, we have to take risk. The risk that we're taking is putting us in a position for the changes that are to come. So once you take that first, whatever big or small risk, that's gonna start catapulting the rest of the things that's coming in with this. And those changes, I think that the change is just a word. These are things that's gonna happen to make your life to make your life better, depending on how you look at it. Because if it can make it worse, it's only because you chose wrong for yourself in that. It was right for you in that moment, but overall, it was the wrong decision. If it's going another way,
but you learn.
But you have another chance
to
take another risk that will be better, that will be beneficial to you, to move you forward. Because now you know.
Because now it's like, okay, I tried it and I know I don't like that. That's not for me, so I won't do that again. You know, like, you know, but I'm also not going to let this experience stop me from trying something else. I'm not gonna walk in fear now because this happened to me. So
from that movie though, because of course we've been told that we already know. We don't know, but everything is already written out for us, so to speak. And in the movie, though, they were able to see things that are happening on Earth. If you can choose from what you saw, what your life would be like, the things that you want to be able to like about being on Earth, what would you choose?
The things, what would I choose?
Yes, what would you choose from what you were able to see on the screen? What would you choose?
Oh, like what would I choose out of that movie?
Yeah, what would it be like? Or just period. If you were able to see,
if I were able to see the different things that are happening,
what were the things that you would choose that you want to be, what your life to be like? What would you choose that you wouldn't want your life to be like? And if you could choose, because obviously they were already, but see, we probably don't know that either. They were men and women there, but who were they when they got to Earth? Would you choose to be a man or a woman? And also, what nationality would you choose?
I'm gonna be a black woman all the time.
Hello,
because I love being melanated.
Yeah.
And I love being a woman. But I would choose any life that involves traveling, like freedom, like water, beaches, like healthy reading, physically, mentally, spiritually, like somebody who's like healthy. Like that's the life that I would want to be a part of. I realized today that I don't want to have a lot of money. You know, like people like live to like make money. I'm like, I just want to be comfortable. I want to be happy, but I'm not striving to make money. Like, I'm not living my life to make money. I'm living my life to be happy. You know, and there are literally people out here who feel like they have to make money to be happy, and you're missing out on living life. And I realized today, like, that's just not my destiny. My destination is not to be rich.
Yeah.
I want to be able to live comfortably, to do the things that I enjoy, to take care of my child. And that's it. And I want to make sure he's good. That don't require me to be rich.
I mean, the most valuable thing is time.
Exactly.
So, but money will save that time. Money, once you get that money, you can put it in place to work for you so that you can have the time to be free.
Yeah. What would you choose?
I would choose not to live in the States. Although I like, I actually think about this. Like, who would I be if I was born in like New York or somebody, like, New York or something. Mm-hmm. But I would choose to be born in another country that's like a safe country. Obviously, I don't want to live nowhere crazy, but I would definitely want to be Black.
But what's safe, especially for Black people?
Somewhere where there's Black people, I guess. Like,
somewhere there's only us.
Like, or even if it's not only us, it's still like a safer country than where we are. Or, it can only go for an hour. Sorry, I think our Instagram live just ended. It did. Mm-hmm. So we got to go back live on Instagram. Did it save?
Yeah, I shared it.
Oh. You tried to do this right there. But I would want to live somewhere by water, for sure. Like, I really want to live somewhere by water.
Hearing the water is amazing. Seeing the water is amazing.
Hey, Instagram. Sorry,
we're back.
Sorry. We could only do like an hour.
So now
there.
We know.
Yeah.
We know we need to wrap up in an hour.
Yeah. I would want to live somewhere by water. I want to be Black. I would want to be able to probably be a musician. I like music.
You would want to be a musician.
I would want to be a musician.
I definitely want to have I would want to have a companion. And I would just want to just see the world, just dance.
I would want to be able to enjoy my teenage and adult years without children. Because I don't know what that's like. I don't know what that's like. Like, I can't, because right now I can't imagine my life without my kids.
Yeah.
Because of who they shaped me to be now. And how they really were a vital part in me growing and like the choices that I've had to make, although I've still made some questionable decisions as I've been getting older, but it's all a learning process. So I would want to be able to experience life without children until I'm like 35 or something, and just to be able to get all of that and be who I want to be, like fully engulf myself in myself.
I'm so excited for our next stage of our lives. Yeah.
I mean, I've always been excited.
Like, I'm excited. I'm excited to just truly see. I mean, and we're living happy now.
Yeah. Right.
But just to see how much more happy.
Yeah.
We can get. Yeah.
And who will we be in the next year? And I'm saying it now because I'm already expecting to be somebody different in the next 90 days.
Because life changes.
So who will I be? Who will I be with if I'm by myself or not? Where will I still be living in the same house? Like what new things will I indulge in?
Yeah.
I'm excited because we be going on adventures, y'all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm excited to see. I wish I could see what the next 3 years would be. Like, not even like the full 3 years. Like a glimpse here, a glimpse there, a glimpse there. That's to see like this is where I am. And so because I know that I know about the process in the in between. I don't know how that's gonna go, but I want to see like where I made it to. Am I still making the same decisions 3 years from now?
Exactly. Okay. We're going to wrap this up. What do we have next week?
Next week we have While We Wait. What are we doing in this single season? What are we not doing?
All right. Well, okay. Well, this has been a great episode back. We actually did an hour by ourselves. So that's good. We was like, all the other times that we've done Wine and Grow, we've always tried to keep it 30 minutes or under. But I like the fact that we didn't rush. We just kind of talked and we just let things come. We didn't try to rush off, and that's cool.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to the next week.
Is there anything that y'all would like to hear from us? I mean, I know we be having these stuff pre-planned, but
send us some topics.
Yeah.
Send us some stuff y'all want us to talk about. Send us some DMs. Comment on the video. Let's talk about this. Ask us some questions. We can have a question and answer segment.
Yeah. You know what else I figured out? When I go on trips, I am not who I was when I was going on trips before. Like, well, I think it depends on the people that I go with.
Yeah.
Because in one sense, I could be like the person that's trying to figure out, trying to watch everybody, make sure everybody good.
Mm-hmm.
I still have my fun. But in the next group, I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
We out here.
I actually did not plan everything on this trip.
But I said, so what's on the itinerary? She was like, there's one. That's fine. That's fine too. I wanted to know because I'm used to stuff being planned. So I just wanted to know, but it's okay. And we did not sleep. Yeah, I wish I had some sleep that weekend because I'm still running on vacation time. But I should be back fully by tomorrow. I told Cindy this morning. I said, I'm dropping off at school. I said, okay, well, happy Monday. Make great choices. Have a great day. Before I could even finish it, he's like, it's Tuesday. And got out the car. Oh, damn. My bad. All right. I'm going back home then.
Right. I'm so happy I work from home. Because literally, I look forward to work because that's the only time when I do relax. It's been a busy year. So, but I've been having a great time. I ain't mad at it. So, anyways, cheers to being back. Folks.
Cheers. Clink, clink, clink.
We'll see you guys next week.
And we drink up. Gulp, gulp, gulp. No, I'm just kidding.